Alright, what you see here is a new fan I got at Habitat. This is a Casablanca Mission ceiling fan in the weathered copper finish. Now, usually you find these always in the weathered bronze finish. And there were a few other finishes these came in that aren't seen as often, this being one of them. And probably the most uncommon one is the brushed nickel finish. There's a few other finishes these came in. I don't know all of them off the top of my head, but this is one of the other finishes that these tend to show up in. But it's not as common as the weathered bronze finish. But it's almost like the same finish as the Hunter version of this, the Hunter 1912 Mission, where it's more of like an all rub bronze finish of some sort. Now, I found this at a Habitat restore, the one that we fired 88 volunteers at. He had it out back. It's been out back for at least a month or so, or and such. But the reason why he didn't put this out for sale is because it does not have the control. And this fan uses a Pacific IntelliTouch control, not just any control you can put on it. This uses a W85 IntelliTouch, and I do not have that, so unfortunately, I cannot test it right away. I'd love to test this right now, to be honest, but I gotta wait until I can get a hands on the control for it. But yeah, because of it, I got this for such a cheap price, for $15. That's right. Now, had a control, they probably would have sold it for a bit more, like maybe $75 to $100. But since Will was there, that's WeFire's 88's real name. Since he was there and he was on the price that he told when they were ringing me out on this and a few other fans I was getting, he told him that since he can't test it because it has no control, so I showed that it was a non-working fan basically, and that's why it was priced for such a cheap price. And they didn't question it, so I was glad. But yeah, this fan is just absolutely gorgeous. If I could, I'd put this in my dining room here, but with my medallion situation where I don't know if it's power buff and I can't. But it's also an apartment, so I'm not trying to mess with the place too much. But, yeah, it's such a beautiful finish, and it really goes well with this fan. This finish I honestly wish to last a little bit longer. You don't really see too many fans in this finish. I know it's from March 3rd of 2011. I'm not sure what fan it was made that day. I don't even know if they were still doing that like that at that time period. But the fact that it even has to hang through off like completely is really nice, because a lot of times you find stuff like this at Habitats and it's either missing one of the hatches for the hang through or it doesn't even have it. Now, I know it's going to be it might not be too hard to find a control, but I know it's not going to be too cheap, unfortunately. But yeah, it has these nice, I think these are cherry blades. I'm not sure what these are. But yeah, this is my second Casablanca Mission, and I'm glad that it was in a different finish. I mean, even if it was in the same finish as my other one, I still would have grabbed it. But the fact that it's in a different finish and a more uncommon finish compared to the other one is pretty neat, I think. So, yeah, now, again, I don't know if this fan is going to need any work to it or not, because unfortunately, it did have LED light bulbs in it, and some people say they won't damage it. Unless these are dimmable ones, it probably is fine, the board and everything, but since I have no way of telling if those were dimmable bulbs being used in this, I'm not too sure. But whatever the issue it might have, I mean, it should be fine, but if it has any issues, I'll definitely fix it, or find someone that knows how to fix it, like maybe Brandon or something. But because this is definitely one that's worth putting money into getting fixed if it does have any issues with the board. But yeah, I mean, the rotor especially is in good shape. It's not bent, so I don't have to worry about it scraping against the hub or anything. But no, I really love this fan. This is definitely one of my favorite scores of the year. I'd say this is my favorite score of the year, but the year is not over yet, so I don't want to say that. But it's definitely one of the favorite ones I've found. I mean, in terms of finding something at a restore, it's definitely my favorite fan I've found at a restore so far. But, yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.